Good day, everyone. I'm your host, James Hicks from Hicks New Media. Welcome to Perspectives in Focus, where we highlight the people, industry ideas, and the tech that are making positive strides within society. So much I can't even get it out my own self, right? This show is powered by Ecamm, and if you want to create your own content like this, be sure to click that link in the description below. The Bad Astro Society is the most ambitious, one of a kind NFT project to date. Their beautiful artwork, aggressive business plan, and out of this world benefits position them to be the ultimate NFT club and sought after membership. With benefits like participating in future minting projects, the ability to access the members only area of the community, which is called the Bad Astro Station. That's a very cool name. To even complimentary tickets to real life, real outer space travel for 10,000 members. And we got your attention yet? All right. Charlton Haupt is here, folks. He is the founder and the CEO of the Bad Astro Society. He's a lover of all things crypto and an outdoors. And when he's not hanging with the family or he's not watching sports or building out broadcast studios like he's doing right now, he's figuring out ways to get real people into real outer space. This is going to be a cool conversation, folks. Buckle in. Let's get it in. Charlton, how are you, sir? How are you?
Hey, dude, I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me on.
Man, listen, I told you I'm being selfish because I want to know what's going on myself about what it is that you're doing. So let's get into it, man.
All
First
right.
and foremost, appreciate you for taking the time. Hopefully you are getting better to 100% health. And we were just talking about it. I'm actually not feeling 100% myself, but listen,
Oh man,
today
sorry.
is a good day. Today,
Hey, it's a
I
good day
got
to have a good day.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. It's a good day to have a good day. Listen, man, I ran through the monologue a little bit and said at the 35,000 foot level, but I always like to have the guests really tell their origin story. So if you don't mind, man, telling folks who Charlton Haupt is and then kind of an overview of what the Bad Astro Society is, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Just kind of quick overview of who I am. I am a 38-year-old father, husband, three kids. I've been in crypto since 2017, and so I've been through a few ups and downs within the crypto market. I got into crypto in 2017 when I read the Bitcoin white paper, and at the time I'd heard about it before and was like, okay, fine, I'll get it. I'll take a look. I'll just read this paper. And once I read it, I realized I looked to my wife, said, "Oh my goodness, this isn't a if, this is a when. This is inevitable. This is the future." And so I went all in on crypto, and then I learned a lot through painful experience on the way down, but it was a man, the price was worth it, as far as just the price of education, because I learned so much on just macroeconomics and how the world works and how money works and how markets work and why they work the way they work. And so I did pretty well for myself the last few years, and so this last few years though, I'd gotten into trading. I'd done well for myself, and but if we're being honest with trading, the interesting thing with it is you're putting money into the market, and if you're really bad at trading, you're just leaving it there, and then the people who are really good at trading are just taking it away. And so the people who are good just reach their hand in
Yeah.
and they take it from the people who are bad. And so bad at trading, that is, not bad as people. But the whole point is like, if you're really good at trading, you're just taking. And I realized, once I realized this, I was like, wait a minute. I'm not going to. I don't think the markets are evil. I think they're actually really great, and I think they're wonderful, and they provide all sorts of opportunity. But I don't want that to be my life. I don't want to
Mm.
be my life of I'm just reaching in and taking. Like I don't want that. Like I'm a generous person. I love being generous. It's one of the best things. And so you think, well, what can we do that would what can I do to produce something? I want to produce, I want to build, but I don't know what to do. And so that
Mm.
question had been going through my mind for about a year of like, oh God, help me. I want to do something, but I don't know what. And so my brother called me. My brother's done very well for himself. Joshua Haupt. You can check him out. He's done very well for himself in Canada in the cannabis industry. And he's called me and he said, hey, excuse me. He said, hey, I just have all this crypto, all this money, and I just want you to manage it for me. And I said, no, man. I like, well, okay, I'll take a look. And the more I looked into even being able to manage his funds, I start to see that there is no legal possibility of me managing his funds without
Mm.
essentially me going back to school and then working for some kind of large financial firm or some kind of financial firm that would then sponsor me to go take a book of tests. And it's like a 2-year road. And I thought to myself, why would I don't need to, and I don't want to do that. And he said, okay, well, what if we get into NFTs? I said, well, I'm not going to trade those. I don't even know why those exist. I mean, they're just JPEGs. I don't really get it. And here I am, like crypto. Nobody was getting crypto in 2017. People were still like, I still don't get it. And some people are still like, I don't get it for crypto. And then NFTs is like layer 2 for crypto, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you're just
Yeah.
like, what is this? And so that was me. I said, I have no idea why these like, monkey JPEGs would be going for $500,000. And so because I don't know how to value this, I don't want to touch it.
Mm.
And he said, okay, man, well, I don't know. Just take a look into it for me because I just see the number keeps going up. And I said, all right, I'll take a look. And so I started to look into it. But the very first thing I noticed when I did was that the entire, like at the peak of NFTs, the market cap was about $18 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, wait a minute. You're telling me that something that has grabbed the attention of the world has a market cap of only $18 billion. Now, if this was a company, that would be a large company. But we're not talking about one company here. We're talking about a market. And markets tend to be a lot larger than a few $1 billion. And so I said, well, wait a minute. I said, okay, this is back in, beginning of the year. And I said, okay, well, I'm totally in to do this. And then I looked into it more and realized, oh, here's how royalty structures work. Okay, I'm because of the royalties alone, you have an entire new potential for revenue streams for businesses that you can now build new businesses upon with like new business models.
Mm.
This is mind blowing. And so I said, okay, yeah, I'm definitely down to let's build our own NFT. And he said, okay. And I said, but if we do, let's do something really cool because I don't want to just do like a yacht party. Parties are cool and I like parties are cool, but I want to provide something like a real, like crazy utility. And my brother just says, oh, okay, let's just send people to space. And I said,
That's it.
yes,
You said that's it.
yes, let's send people to space. He said, okay, well, what are you thinking? Like one? We do like two? We raffle it off? I said, brother, I don't know about you, but I never win a lottery. I never win a raffle. They never work in my favor. And why would I want to buy that? Like, I want something that's guaranteed. I want something that someone's going to say, like, hey, yeah, here this is, and here's a ticket to space. And he said, so you want to send them all to space? I said, yeah, let's do 10,000. Let's send them all to space. And here is how we're going to do it. It was like, man, it was like the stars just aligned for me, James. I was just like, I saw the whole thing of how it could work. Here is all the ways we can do it. And I just started listing off the ways that we can do it. And that's what got us in. So here we are.
So listen, now you got everyone's interest peaked, right? Everyone who's listening right now for sure is like, wait a minute, okay, he's really trying to send folks to space. And the origin story of you, Charlton, really, I think helps with that because again, you again know markets, you know business, you know finance, you know industry and things of that nature. So you know how to not just talk about it, but actually how to be about it and how to turn this into fruition. So let's talk about um, how you're going to do this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go into not so we got the what. And
Yeah.
I'm going to talk. We'll get into the why in a minute, but let's talk about how the plan is to actually take 10,000 folks who join the society, who join the Bad Astro Society, are going to get. I mean, what you hooking up with Elon? You hooking up with Jeff, or
Yeah.
what's the, or Mr. Branson? How are we going to get to
10,000
that
people.
next level up in the atmosphere with the Bad
Yeah.
Astro Society, if you don't mind
Yeah,
me asking?
totally. Well, okay, so to talk about it, we got to talk about a couple things. So
Okay.
first, let's talk about the space industry,
Mm,
and then we'll talk about just the money side of things. Okay,
yeah.
so space industry right now we have it is a booming industry. It is an emerging market, just like crypto, and in a sense, right? You have billions of dollars going into this. You have Space Perspective, which is I don't know if you've checked it out, James. It looks so cool.
Mm,
It is. They have essentially these like big pods that they can board like 9 people, and it's like like they have glass windows all around, and they take you up in this massive weather balloon to the very upper atmosphere, the edge of
dude.
space. Right, it's a 6-hour journey. Nice gentle float up and down where you can wine and dine the whole time. So
Of
they have that
course, right? Of
experience.
course. Yeah, I got to
Right.
have at least a Cabernet or something when I'm floating.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
man.
So they have that, or you can do Virgin Galactic, Blue
Hmm.
Origin. Virgin Galactic's a $450,000 ticket right
Okay.
now. Blue Origin is we don't know how much it costs. They haven't,
Mm,
as of now, they have not released those numbers. And then you have SpaceX, which Elon's like they've sent a few people up. I think they charge them about 55 million a pop, which they're the most expensive right now, but they're really on track to try and beat everybody else, of course, because that's Elon.
hmm.
Um, and so the overall, though, the space industry thinks that they can get the tickets down to about $250,000 a person.
Okay.
Elon and at least the last I heard, they think that they can get theirs down to about 100,000 a person once their Starship is proven to run well and doing well. Um, so that's where that is. But here's the thing: is if they estimate that if the tickets were $250,000, that there would be 1.5 million people in line waiting to buy. So the demand is there, and even if it's $250,000, that's a lot cheaper, but it's still $250,000. That's
True.
very expensive,
Yeah.
right? So we realized that, like, well, wait a minute. If now we'll talk about crypto and the NFT market. We've said, well, wait a minute. Excuse me. If we can use crypto and we can use the royalty structure with NFTs to
Okay.
benefit
Yeah.
people, right? To benefit this goal, for this goal, then we could actually purchase these tickets for our people. No shortcuts. We could just purchase them. Now, could we have bargaining power with the purchase? Potentially. Are we partnered with any of these large companies right now? No. I mean, by golly, we would love to. And simultaneously, we're happy for them to compete for our business. So we would more love their blessing. I mean, that would just be great. But our whole goal is at the end to be able to purchase these things for our people and support them because we really love everything that they're doing. And hey, they gotta pay their bills, right? So I mean, there's just a reality that the money's going to have to be coughed up.
See, and that's before you go on. I mean, that's really cool right there because you've already taken out the whole infrastructure piece, right? You don't have to worry about building the rockets and things of that yourself. You're again leveraging the value from the crypto side and the NFT side to procure the trip. So,
Yeah,
all right, man, keep talking, man. Both
yeah,
ears are open
totally,
right now, and folks,
totally. Okay,
listen. I see you listening, folks. I see you watching. So if you got any
right.
questions, come on over to
Yeah,
YouTube
fire
and
away.
drop a cue so you can have a question. But okay, man, go ahead. So let's go.
Right. Yeah. So we have all the math laid out in our white paper, but I'll just kind of sum it up as far as just how we plan on purchasing it. Because if we're being honest, let's be honest, for 10,000 people at a $250,000 ticket, that's $2.5 billion to
Mm,
buy. Okay. That's a lot of money. The way we shared it out in our white paper is like, so we say, okay, well, out of the gate, we know that we have 4 revenue streams that we can utilize just right out of the gate with crypto and NFTs. First is the primary mint. So right when the primary sale, when we mint, people can turn around and buy. We're going to turn around and we're going to put 50% of that mint out to the Let's Go to Space Fund. Okay. Then we're going to take that money and we're going to stake it. And it's not going to be dollars. It's all in ETH. It's all in crypto. So we're going to stake it, and we're going to help secure the Ethereum network and then be paid in interest by Ethereum. Now, at least as of now, what's great about that is we don't owe taxes on that if we're the ones staking it, because it's like a baker baking bread. That's as of now. That could change. But if we don't owe taxes on that until you actually realize those gains, then it can compound very quickly. So we're talking about compound interest being there. Okay. So that's the second revenue stream. The third revenue stream is royalties. Now, royalties is a great one, but you don't want to be dependent upon it, because if our business structure is dependent upon it, then the moment that a bear market comes, like right now, is the moment that the business fails. And so that's one of the reasons why we're seeing all these businesses, all these different NFT projects, everything just completely fail, right? Like, one, because there's a lot of scammers out there. And then 2, because the ones that were being honest and really trying to do it, they set up a business model that was dependent upon royalties. And so then your lifeblood is drained from you the moment a bear market hits.
Yeah. Okay.
So for us, like, it's a really great to have, but the majority, again, so 50% of the royalties is going off to the fund, right? And then the other 50% is all for, essentially, we have to pay taxes, and the taxes are going to be pretty. I mean, no one talks. This is what's weird. No one talks about taxes in this space, but taxes are pricey.
Taxes are real everywhere. You know? Taxes are real.
They're a real thing, and they're pricey. And you have, so the government just comes in and is like, nope, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take a good chunk. I'm like, all right, and there you go. So and then the fourth revenue stream, and this is, again, these are 4 revenue streams that are very easy to implement, that don't take a lot of work on our end to do, so we can continue to stack revenue streams afterwards. So the fourth revenue stream is hold on. Oh, excuse me. The fourth revenue stream is we're going to mint 1,000 ourselves and sell at a later date, slowly, and so that way that the club itself can take advantage of higher prices in the future for the NFT. So, and if you think about it, and again, those 50% of everything, 50% of everything that we make is going to be going off to this, to the fund. So our entire goal is to really get people there. And I've had some people be like, well, you're not going to be making as much. Like, yeah, you're right. But again, not everyone's going to be able to say they sent 10,000 people to space.
Truth, right? There you go, right?
I mean, like, I don't really, I mean, like, once you have enough money, like, you don't really care about having more is like, it's just, I don't know. What was it? Mark Cuban said, it's just like more of the same hamburger. It's like it's like, okay.
How many times can we go to In-N-Out, right?
Yeah, totally. So if we have the last 1,000, let's say that we sell them at, I don't know, just for easy math, let's say we sell them at 100 Ethereum a piece, right? And I'm not saying that they're going to go that high. It's not a prediction. It's just, I'm just throwing it out there for easy math. If we have 100 Ethereum each, then that's an extra 100,000 Ethereum set aside, 100 times 1,000. And then we'll have 50,000 of that going straight to the fund, right? Mm-hmm. And if we have, which will, just that alone would 5x our treasury from our mint price. So you take those together, wow. And then with the whole time you are staking and compounding those gains with staking, we think that we can get people there by 2030. When you take those numbers and you put them there, just those, we think that we can get people there by 2030.
And that's based off of today's estimates and today's valuations. So, and I appreciate you going through that, because that transparency and that what my audience knows, I'm gonna use the term because they're financial tech focused, that due diligence that you've
Yeah.
done, right? To actually have that laid out in terms of this is where the money is coming from, this is where the funding is coming from, and not just being focused solely on the royalty aspect. I think again is incredibly smart, which stems from your background, kind of in the financial field. Um, but then paying it forward and continuing to build the coffers, right, with the sales and the new mints and things like that. So um, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
You 2030, you might 2020 29 or something. The way
Yeah. Well,
way
and
you're
here's
thinking about this.
right. Well, and here's the interesting thing is, so what we're trying to do is, again, it's a two, like let's just say it's 250,000. Now it might still be 450,000 by 2030.
Yeah,
Right. So it might still be more expensive. I mean, inflation's going up. I mean, we have no idea
yeah,
what's going to come. So, but we do know just based off those, we really believe we can get to the, that essentially that $2.5 billion mark, just from those alone. And then what's really cool about it is the first sale um, will fund us enough to lower prices for secondary sales and do this again. And so we can turn around and hopefully for those who have the vision to see it and who want to wait anyway, who are like, I'm down to go, they can buy now, and then we can turn around and just start stacking space tickets to get people who can't afford the 100,000 or the $250,000 ticket.
yeah.
You say, yeah, you can buy it for essentially $3,000. So our mint price is 2 Ethereum. So that's our mint
Okay,
price,
okay.
right? So we're saying, yeah. So what's Ethereum at today? Like $1,200 or 1,500, $1,300. The market has tanked today, or the market has dropped today. So, and I haven't checked ETH's numbers
Yeah,
yet,
this
but
this TV is normally on CNBC or logged into something as well, financially wise. So I haven't checked as well, but I'll look in a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, but roughly let's just call it $2,600. So we're trying to excuse me, lower that ticket down to $2,600, and then hopefully we could lower it even more for other people who are coming in after this. So like in our future projects.
Wow, this is fascinating stuff. I mean, where did the I'm even going off my script a little bit here. We'll get back to, but where did this interest? I know you said you and your brother sat around, talked about it, and maybe just drew ideas out of a hat. But where is this interest of space, of this being the goal of this being the offering for your organization? Where did that come from? Right, I know you when I was reading your bio, you said you're a high adventurer and you like doing those kind of things. Why not a trip around the planet as opposed to leaving the planet?
Space.
Where did that piece come from? I guess.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I
Cool.
mean, like I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I don't I mean I like it was one of those like most little boys, they probably want to be either like a dinosaur, an astronaut, they want to
Yeah,
be a superhero or I mean like a fireman. Like I mean that's kind of those are your options as little
yeah,
kids, right? You
that's
just
true.
dream about. And so but I definitely wanted to be an astronaut. And I remember as a kid though, I put it together and I saw like wait a minute, how many people go to space? I remember learning about that and then thinking to myself, but how many people try and realize the
Wow, how
competition?
many people try? Okay.
Right. And I realized like to realize the competition and in the American dreams, like you can do anything you want if you really want it. And it's like, that's true, but not necessarily if there's better people out there and the pickings are slim, right? And so I realized like, oh, I'm not going to be able to compete against the best in this. I mean, I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be the best, the absolute best academic, the absolute best, physical like pilot or whatever. Like, it was one of those, like, I don't know if it's worth taking, like doing that. I remember just putting this together as a kid.
Okay.
I thought, man, I would sure would love to go one day. And so now, ever since, ever since was it 2015, 2016, when the Falcons, like Elon Musk's Falcons,
Right.
came and they landed together. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Like
I
it
do
was
remember.
like right,
I'm a big Elon guy. Yeah, so I know.
yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
right.
about
They
when he did the
both landed
dance.
together, and everyone was like, Did we
This is
just see
crazy.
this?
This is
It's
crazy.
absolutely insane. We're living in the future,
Yeah.
right? And now you see them happen over and over again where it's just boring, which is amazing, right? And so you start to see like, okay, like I totally want to do this. And so when my brother said, let's send them to space, it was
Yeah.
like that little kid in me just woke up and just screamed,
That's all you needed, brother.
yes!
That's all you needed. You were
Right.
just waiting
It
for
has
the
not shut
opportunity.
down. It has not shut down. Put me on a rocket, baby. Let's go.
That is cool, man. That is cool. So okay, so we got the what, we got the how, and I think we literally just figured out the why. Right. This has just been something that's been on your heart and your mind for the longest time. And if you now got the team in place, you now have the society being built. You've got the white paper and the business plan and things of that nature. What's been the reception? Right. I mean, are folks saying, I want this NFT, I want to buy into this venture, and I want to take this journey with you? Are you seeing a positive reception, or are you seeing some hesitancy? Kind of what's that marketing like from your end?
Yeah, no, that's a really great question. So first off, right off the bat, so we knew when we started building this that we would be building in a bear market. We actually started in February, or was March 1st when we opened up the business, and then we've already built out the NFTs. So we already have all the artwork done. We got the legal framework done. We have a bunch of stuff done, and then we haven't started, like, we didn't open our Twitter account till what, 2 months ago. I mean, well, we may have opened it before, but we didn't actually start posting or anything until late August, early September. So we've just now been running it for a little while, and it's all been during a bear market. So all of the engagement in general has only been going down, unless you're an influencer and you're really pushing your stuff with your people, and you're already well established and known, which we are not. So the marketing side and the building out the community it has been a grind. It has been a grind, but the truth is, and this is the other interesting thing that we find, is that people within excuse me, the crypto people within crypto so far, depending on the community, because they're all different, have either said, okay, what are you smoking? I don't believe that you can actually do this, right? Prove it to me.
Yeah.
So we say, okay, and we explain it to them, and they either they believe us and they're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, I'm in, right? Or B, they say, man, I want to hate this. I want to hate this. There's got to be something here, and they
Yeah.
keep asking, and they don't find that there's something
Because
there,
you've
and
done that
they,
due diligence, right? You've done
right, and
that
then they're
research.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then they're like, and then they come around and they want to buy, and then you have the people who are like, you guys are fake, and they don't even listen, right?
Mm.
They just
There's
they don't
always going to
listen.
be the haters, right? There's always going to be that.
There's always gonna be those guys. But what's really interesting is, so far everybody we've talked to that's not in crypto have never bought crypto or never bought NFTs. They're a lot more interested,
Interesting. Okay.
which has been fascinating, which has been really cool. So like our Discord right now, 70% of the people in our Discord have never opened a Discord before. So
Okay.
they're not very active in there, but they're there. We have several people who are like, "Hey, look, I'm in Discord. I'm here so I can get the whitelist because I want to buy. Just tell me when I need to buy." So
Yeah.
we haven't minted yet. We're just building out our community, and we're just growing in marketing, and just growing to awareness right now.
I love it. I love it. And we were talking a little bit about the anomaly that is Discord, right? The fact that it started off obviously as a gaming platform or community builder, but there's so much under the covers. There's so much capability. There's so much functionality, and really the opportunity for engagement at different layers, right? Audio, video, live streaming. I could be live streaming this into my Discord community as well. But just that piece of building that community, and there are folks who it's almost like being in a mosh pit, right? There are folks that have been around before and they know how to do it, and they will work with the folks who haven't been there before and help them along. I liken that to kind of that's a weird analogy. Discord as a mosh pit. I haven't even been drinking yet, man. But
Yeah,
I've seen kind of that hand holding of kind of the newbies coming into this platform or that network because they're leaving like a Facebook or they're leaving some other social network for the most part and wanting to have those conversations, wanting to build that community, wanting to having those conversations and things of that nature. So that's really cool that you're working that out on Discord. Let me bring up the website, man, so you can talk a little bit about what folks
yeah, totally.
can see from that as well. I mean, there's excitement just looking at the website right here, man. So talk to
Yeah,
us about
totally.
where you are from the state of the business today for Bad Astro Society.
Yeah. So so well, what do you mean? You want me to talk about the website and like
Well, so like when
why
I
we did what
scroll
we
up
did,
here
or
and we talk about welcome to the club and then just the kind of things that you get because we talked a little bit about access to the community, access to future
okay,
mintings, and then obviously the piece de resistance,
yeah,
the trip upstairs kind of thing.
okay,
So
yeah, totally. So first off, of the website, we did something like which was highly advised against by all of the marketing guys, which was kind of funny. They all said, "Don't do this," um, and that is we flipped the website upside down.
I
And
I did
so
not
if
listen, man. Okay, let's talk about that because I was like, man, what? Scroll up, but then
right,
I thought about it. Right? Okay, okay, it makes sense from which. Okay, go ahead.
right, but you're not the only one, right? So all the marketing guys were like, "Dude, no, you need to like no, your person should not be coming in and having to figure this out." And we thought, yes, you're totally right, and we know that we're taking a risk by doing this. However, we're not doing things normal. We're already talking about living the meme, right?
Talk
I mean,
about it, man.
all of crypto is like to the moon. It's like, yeah, but we're actually going to take you to space,
We're actually gonna do it.
right? I mean, like, let's actually do this. Let's go. And so we're already in every way we're unconventional. So we just wanted to like, look, rockets go up. Let's start at the bottom and go up. And then what we found is that most of the people who aren't marketing like gurus, just like your average person, is very intuitive for them to just scroll up. So most of them just went. So yeah, so we start at the bottom and we just say, hey, this is what we're doing because we know just flat landing page people, they're gonna figure out whether they're gonna see what they want to see and they're going to decide whether or not they want to learn more in about 5 seconds.
Pretty much.
Right. So then we just did everything we could to just make it as simple as possible with the website. So we started off with just, here's who we are. Then the welcome section is this is what we're doing. Then the next section of here's a promo video if you want to learn a little bit more, and then we just go off to the team, which is where you're at right now. And so we have three main people on the team when we started. We have a fourth additional now that's not listed here, but he's also not one of the founders. So, and then we have a team of consultants. So we have 5 consultants. Well, rephrase. We have one consulting company of 5 people
Got you.
who are well experienced in NFTs. Because when we were first getting into it, we knew, like, okay, I know crypto markets and I understand markets in general. Okay. But we want to make sure that we're not making any mistakes within the NFT market. And especially when it comes to the coding side of things with these contracts and when it comes to making sure that we have all of our traits and everything, done correctly. So we went ahead and we started working with a consultant company for that, and they've done great. They're called Decentralized Solutions. You can check them out; they're great.
Awesome. Man, this is let me keep scrolling up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a date already in
So
place
the
for the
mint.
mint?
So yeah. So I can tell you the mint date. So I'll go tell you the mint date, but we haven't told anybody. So I guess I'll let
Breaking news, brother. Breaking
my
news.
Discord, like this is hot off the press. So we're gonna mint on April 12th. So yeah, so we're essentially gonna really start pushing hard on ad spend and things come January, March for the I'm sorry, January, February for the 3 months leading up to mint.
Love it. Love it, man. This is yeah, you got something going on here, man, for sure. This is really cool. What what is next, right? I mean, so that I'm looking at that even at that time frame, the meant as long term. What's next from a short and midterm perspective, right? In terms of maybe foundationally, maybe in terms of what else do you have to get in place? Are there some of those contracts or some of those conversations with the Bransons and the Musk and the Bezos? Had to almost forgot the guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Those organizations, or is it more also watching kind of the political spectrum, right? Because again, now we're talking about a different regulation in terms of travel, and do you have to lobby and have those conversations about I want to take members of my society on this journey? What's short? Because that I'm sure you're having those types of conversations regularly, right? Convincing
Mhm.
folks, pitching folks on what it is that you're looking to do. What's happening short and midterm with the bad Astro Society?
Yeah. So our biggest, so we have like the code done. We
Okay,
have the art done. We have pretty much everything done. The big thing that we need to do and just continue to build is just awareness. Hey,
got you.
we exist. We're a real deal, and we're here to change things. So that's our big go to right now. So like I told you before the call, or maybe I said it earlier, is that we're going to, or we're currently working on building out all of our other social platforms. So we have our Twitter, we have our Discord, and we have our website. We have several articles that have been written about us. I'm currently writing in certain things. So we're just doing everything we can from an SEO perspective to build awareness. And then just get on as many shows as we can like this, just to let people know that we're here. And so that's what we're doing. We're hoping to go ahead and start ramping those social platforms up here in the next 2 weeks, and then just start going live with those, and then just continue to build. And so that's really where we're at right now, is just building. Now, as far as like travel with you know essentially going to space and things like that, I think what's really great about this is we don't have to be all of this does not lie on us to figure out,
Mm,
because that gets to lie all within the space companies. Like we're essentially trying to be the,
you're
I don't
just a
know if you
broker.
call it,
You're just a
we're a
yeah.
broker. We're like
Okay,
Travelocity except for space, man.
man, there it is, right there.
Right?
You are
I mean,
Airbnb for the space and
yeah. We are the middleman. We are selling space tickets. Like everything else gets to be for other people to figure out. But as far as like what those regulations are, but we just get to sell the space tickets.
there's the perspective and focus for me right there. Again, because I was thinking that you had to have that other layer of conversation, but no, you're already the established infrastructure piece is already there. Let them deal with all of those other conversations. You're
Right.
just printing tickets
Right. Now, if
to
we
get on the train.
Right. Now, if we can get a shout out from Elon or anybody else, absolutely. Are we trying to? Absolutely. Do we
Yeah.
at Elon? Yes. Do we at we've added Space Perspective a couple times. They've liked a couple of our tweets, but I think a lot of these, depending on them, I mean, there's some other companies out there that have done pretty well and worked with, especially Blue Origin.
Yeah.
So like there's another group called Moondao, and they've sent out somebody through Blue Origin. There's another one called Crypto Space Agency who has sent somebody up through Blue Origin, and there's Space Plus NFT who have sent or will be sending somebody up through Blue Origin.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there are some other crypto projects out there sending people to space. But again, whenever you go to their, and I think if you look at Space Plus NFT, they got something going on Coinbase right now. You go check them out. They're a really cool community, and they've done, like, they're a large community. They've done very well as far as just building their community. And they though, again, it's a lottery or a raffle, and that's not our goal, because I don't want to buy an NFT that's a raffle, because I'm not, that's just not me.
Got
But
you. I love it, man. Uh, I'll tweet Elon too. I know he's a little busy right now. He's got a couple of things
yeah,
going on. I'm not sure if you saw in the news that he's trying to do a couple of couple of different things right
yeah,
now. But look, I bought two of
man.
his cars, so listen,
Yeah, hey man,
he
that
gonna
guy,
listen to me if I got to say something to him.
man, that guy. Oh, I didn't like. He literally is like a movie character. When I see that guy, I just think to myself,
It's
dude,
crazy, isn't it?
you're just so entertaining. Like, I
Yeah.
can't believe like there's a person like you that exists in this world.
But and I always liken it. So I always tell folks this. he's one of those insane geniuses out there. And
Yeah.
I put him in the category of the Richard Bransons, the Jeff Bezos, the Steve Jobs of the world, right? You
Yeah.
got to have those folks, and you got to have them be somewhat off the cuff sometime, and really just do whatever it is that they do, because that helps progress society, mankind, humanity, whatever the case may be. You don't have to agree with every single thing that they talk about or they do, but
Right.
we do need those folks in there to kind of mix it up a little bit. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll send them a tweet too, man. We'll do what we can do.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
that's what I'm going to do. What can other folks do? You're doing your thing. You're doing your due diligence by getting the message out. What can folks who are interested in the Bad Astro Society? I'm going to put all the links that you've shared in the description below. But what can enthusiasts, folks interested in maybe reaching out to you, reaching out to the team, what can they do?
So the number one thing that people can do is join our Discord, because Discord, and like we talked about before, Discord, you have more direct access to us. And so we're in there all the time. We're talking, you can ask any question that you want. We can get you any information that you need. And then also, if you're looking to be whitelisted for our project, that's the way that you're going to get whitelisted is just by joining our Discord and discussing with us. Right now, the whitelist, it's not like it was a year and a half ago where it was just hard to get whitelists for some things. It's really not. It's, for us, like, hey, look, if people want to go and they really want to go, then just join our Discord and we'll make it really easy for you to get a whitelist. We just want to, all we do is we just want to make sure people actually want to buy the ticket. So that's the number one thing that people can do. The other thing is you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow our YouTube channel, which we have one promo video on there, but we're going to be adding more. And again, we're going to be adding more socials, so you can follow those. And then yeah, just come and be a part and interact with us. Help share the message of what we're doing. Tell your friends. At the end of the day, and the truth is, do you want to go to space? Like if your childhood dream is like, I just actually want to go to space, then you absolutely need to get in our Discord. You absolutely need to get a part of the project, because that's what our goal is to get you there. And we want you to go to space. If you want to go, we want to do that for you, because like we said before, is the truth is that like we want to give, right? We don't want to just be people that just take. We want to produce something. And so being a part of something that's so big and something that only a community can do within the NFT world, which is amazing, because because of NFTs, you can have a community of people do something that only a community of regular everyday Joes do something that only the ultra wealthy can do, and have the ultimate first class experience that is reserved for the ultra wealthy. And depending on how fast the space industry grows, there's a possibility that we capture a lot of the tickets, so that if the ultra wealthy wanted to purchase, they might have to buy from you.
Dude, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Charlton Haupt right here. He's got some things going on, and I think you need to check him out. Right? And this has been a really cool conversation, and kind of like I said, just selfishly, I wanted to hear more, and I wanted to hear the work that you've done behind the scenes to bring validity to this project that you're doing. And I hear that in your tone. I hear that in the aspects of what you're working on. So I wish you nothing but success, man.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
I really do, man. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna send out a couple of tweets. Listen, hey, Elon, get ready, brother, because you're about to get blown up by. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're about to get. I'm gonna send a couple.
He's already worried for his life.
Yeah, you know what? I got. Let me watch what I say here online. But yeah, this is cool. I'll again put those links to Bad Astro Society and that white paper especially in the description, so folks can check that out. But Charlton, be well. Hope you're feeling better soon, man. And let's stay in touch, all right?
Hey, I look forward to it, James. Thank you very much. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and you have yourself a great rest of your day.
Thank you, brother. Be well now.